Ever wonder why airlines are so strict about baggage allowances and those seemingly arbitrary weight limits? It might seem like they're just trying to nickel and dime you with extra fees, but there's a much more fundamental reason behind it. Every kilogram on an airplane, from the smallest carry-on to the cargo in the hold, directly impacts fuel use, range, and ultimately, the airline's profit margin. The relationship between weight and fuel consumption is a critical factor in aviation economics. In aviation, weight is everything. It's not just a minor consideration, it's a fundamental parameter that dictates performance and efficiency. It shapes how far a plane can fly, influencing route planning and the feasibility of long-haul destinations. A lighter plane can travel further on the same amount of fuel, and how much it costs to get there. These costs aren't just about fuel, they encompass everything from maintenance to emissions charges. Airlines operate on razor-thin margins, often battling intense competition and fluctuating fuel prices. So, managing weight is a core business strategy, a constant balancing act between passenger comfort, cargo capacity, and operational efficiency. From seat design to cabin materials, even the choice of carpets and overhead bins, every detail is scrutinized for weight savings. Engineers are constantly innovating to find lighter, yet equally durable, alternatives. Think about it, passengers, luggage, each bag adding to the overall burden, cargo, catering, the meals and beverages that sustain passengers on long flights, and fuel, the very lifeblood of the journey, all add up to the total takeoff weight. This weight is meticulously calculated before each flight to ensure safety and efficiency. The heavier the plane, especially during takeoff, the more fuel it burns, particularly in the initial climb to cruising altitude. Fuel being one of the airline's biggest expenses, often accounting for a significant portion of their operating budget. That's why airlines invest in lighter aircraft, utilizing advanced materials like carbon fiber composites to reduce structural weight, and enforce strict baggage policies, carefully balancing customer satisfaction with the need for operational efficiency. Even small weight savings, like using lighter seat cushions or thinner window panes, multiplied across thousands of flights every single day, have a huge financial impact, potentially saving millions of dollars annually. So, next time you pack and you're debating whether to bring that extra pair of shoes, remember, your suitcase is part of a much bigger equation, a complex interplay of physics, economics, and engineering. In this video, we'll explore the fascinating world of aviation weight management and uncover why weight matters so much, delving into the science and engineering behind it, how much it really costs, examining the financial implications for airlines and passengers alike, and how airlines fight to keep every kilogram off their planes, showcasing the innovative strategies they employ to maximize efficiency and minimize fuel consumption. To understand airlines' obsession with weight, let's look at the basics of flight. 4 forces are at play: lift, weight, thrust, and drag. Weight pulls the plane down. Lift from the wings pushes it up. More weight means the plane needs more lift, which increases drag. More drag means engines must work harder, burning more fuel. It's a chain reaction. Add weight, and every system works harder. Every item loaded, cargo, water, even extra fuel, adds to the total weight and fuel needed. Flight planners use complex calculations to carry just enough fuel, but not a kilogram more. Carrying extra fuel itself adds weight, so precision is key. The goal: fly safely, efficiently, and profitably. Every kilogram counts. Let's consider a simple analogy to understand the impact of weight on an aircraft. Think of an airplane in some ways, like a car embarking on a long road trip. Both vehicles need fuel to travel, and the amount of fuel they consume is directly related to their weight. An empty car, free of passengers and cargo, gets significantly better mileage. It's lighter and requires less energy to move. Conversely, a car packed with people and luggage experiences a noticeable drop in fuel efficiency. The added weight puts a strain on the engine. The more weight you add, the harder the engine has to work to maintain speed and acceleration. This increased effort translates directly into higher fuel consumption. The harder the engine works, the more fuel you burn to cover the same distance. This is a fundamental principle of physics that applies to all vehicles, including airplanes. Now let's scale that up dramatically to the size and scope of a commercial airliner. Instead of dealing with a few suitcases, an airplane deals with tens of thousands of kilograms of passengers, cargo, and fuel. We're talking about a massive difference in scale, not just a few hundred kilograms, but potentially tons of weight. Climbing to 35,000 feet or higher with all that weight requires a tremendous amount of power and fuel. It's a massive challenge for the aircraft's engines. For airlines, payload, the weight of passengers and cargo that they get paid to carry, is absolutely key to profitability. The overarching goal is to maximize the number of paying passengers and the amount of cargo they can carry on each flight, all while simultaneously minimizing the plane's own structural weight and the amount of fuel required for the journey. Every empty seat represents dead weight, a missed opportunity for revenue generation. That empty seat is costing the airline money in fuel consumption without providing any financial return. This is precisely why airlines frequently offer last-minute deals and discounted fares, because in the airline industry, a low fare is always better than flying with an empty seat that contributes nothing but added weight. Therefore, in aviation, the process of optimizing weight and reducing unnecessary mass is a constant puzzle and a never-ending pursuit. Every single kilogram that is not actively earning revenue for the airline is essentially a penalty that must be paid in the form of increased fuel consumption. Let's delve into the world of aviation economics and put some hard numbers to the often overlooked cost of extra weight on an aircraft. We're not just talking about a few extra pounds, we're talking about how every kilogram adds up, impacting fuel consumption and overall operational expenses. On a long-haul flight, where distances are vast and fuel consumption is already significant, every 1,000 kilograms of extra weight, whether it's from cargo, passenger baggage, can translate to hundreds of dollars in extra fuel burned per hour. This isn't a negligible amount, it's a substantial cost that airlines must constantly manage. For a modern jet, designed for efficiency, but still subject to the laws of physics, that added weight translates to about 3% more fuel burned, a direct consequence of the increased energy required to maintain altitude and speed. For every 1,000 kilograms loaded onto the aircraft, this percentage might seem small, but it has a cascading effect. Over a 12-hour flight, that 3% increase in fuel consumption quickly adds up to over $1,200 in additional fuel costs. This is money that could be invested elsewhere, impacting profitability. All for just 1,000 extra kilograms. It highlights the critical need for airlines to manage weight effectively. Consider 10 passengers, each with slightly heavier bags than allowed, or even a seemingly insignificant small cargo shipment that pushes the weight limits. These seemingly small additions can easily tip the scales, leading to significant financial implications. Empty seats are costly too. They represent lost revenue but also impact fuel efficiency. Even 20 empty seats can translate to $200 more per hour in fuel, as the aircraft is still carrying the weight of those unoccupied spaces. Therefore, strict baggage policies implemented by airlines aren't solely about generating extra revenue through fees. They are a crucial element in helping airlines control operational costs and maintain fuel efficiency. Simply allowing every passenger an extra 5 kilograms of baggage across hundreds of passengers can cost an airline nearly $2,000 more on a long flight, a significant expense that impacts the bottom line. Therefore, charging for excess baggage, while sometimes perceived negatively by passengers, is ultimately a powerful and necessary way to keep operational costs and the overall weight of the aircraft down, ensuring more efficient and sustainable flights. The Airbus A380 is the world's largest passenger jet, a true engineering marvel, but its massive size comes with a price: a maximum takeoff weight of 575,000 kilograms and 4 fuel-thirsty engines. It burns up to 15,000 kilograms of fuel per hour, costing over $10,000 every hour in the air. To break even, airlines need to fill nearly every seat. Flying with empty seats quickly turns the A380 into a money loser. That's why airlines are shifting to smaller, more efficient twin-engine jets. A Boeing 787, for example, carries half the passengers but burns less than half the fuel. The A380's story proves in aviation, bigger isn't always better. Efficiency wins. The biggest leap in airline efficiency comes from jet engine technology. Older engines focused on power, not fuel savings. Modern engines, like those on the Boeing 787 or Airbus A350, use high bypass ratios and advanced materials. They move more air, burn less fuel, and run hotter for greater efficiency. Lightweight, heat-resistant materials mean engines are lighter and more efficient. New planes burn 20–25% less fuel than older models, a game-changer for airline profits. That's why airlines rush to update their fleets. Efficiency is survival. The evolution of the jet engine drives the economics of flight. Weight savings go far beyond engines, they shape the entire aircraft. Modern jets use carbon fiber composites for strength and lightness. The Boeing 787, for example, is 50% composite by weight. Lighter planes need less lift, smaller engines, and lighter landing gear. Airlines now favor mid-size, twin-engine jets for flexibility and efficiency. These planes can fly long-haul or short routes profitably, opening new markets. Matching the right plane to each route is key to profitability. The modern lightweight fleet is agile, efficient, and built for the future. Fuel isn't the only cost tied to aircraft weight. Heavier planes put more stress on every component: wings and fuselage landing gear. This means more frequent maintenance, faster wear, and higher costs. The A380's 22-wheel landing gear is complex and expensive to maintain. Lighter planes like the 787 have fewer wheels and less stress saving on upkeep. Airports also charge landing fees based on maximum takeoff weight. Heavy jets pay thousands more per landing, adding up to millions each year. Lighter aircraft save on fuel maintenance and airport fees. Every kilogram saved boosts the airline's bottom line. Weight reduction is a holistic strategy for a healthier, more sustainable business. In aviation, weight management is the key to success. Every extra kilogram costs money in fuel, maintenance, and fees. The industry's shift from giant four-engine jets to sleek, lightweight twins tells the story. Advanced materials and engine tech have made lighter, more efficient planes possible. For passengers, this means greener travel and more direct routes. Strict baggage rules help keep fares competitive and airlines afloat. Every detail, from carbon fiber wings to lightweight seats, reflects the relentless pursuit of efficiency. In the sky, being light isn't just smart, it's the future of flight.